हाँ बस इतना बहुत है। और थोड़ा राइट करिए, अभी जो आएगा ना वो उसी तरफ से आएगा। और राइट करिए थोड़ा, नहीं ना राइट, और थोड़ा और बस 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 इतना नहीं। फिर जैसे ही डीआईसीज आएंगे ना, वो आके यहाँ सबसे मिलेंगे, जिस तरफ वो मिलेंगे आप कैमरा उस तरफ घुमाना, फिर वो आके यहाँ बैठेंगे, जब वो यहाँ आके बैठेंगे आप कैमरा इधर घुमा देंगे, फिर जब कोई डाइस पे आएगा तो आप डाइस Anyway, nevertheless, I'll explain you before.
तैयारी पूरा है?
Yes, sir.
सर नमस्कार।
नमस्कार। ये काशोरा पूरा
देखो सर क्या होता है।
ये लिंक है क्या?
हाँ,
एक को भी मैं कर दूं, मैं साथ में डाल दूं ना प्लीज। मैं बता रही हूँ
आप मेरे को चेक करो ना फिर।
SINGH
क्या?
SINGH
सिंह। हाँ।
AKRITI .HR@gmail.com। कौन है विक्रम?
क्या विक्रम?
सैपलिंग देना था लोगों को, लोग आके बैठ गए, बात दिया ही
फोन कर लो, फोन नहीं करते।
वही करते हैं, मुझे भी बोला कि आप
चेक करो अभी ये क्या आ रहा है इसका भी। यार ये उसके पास चिन्मय के पास है ना शायद इसका चार्जर। कौन से पोर्ट में तो तेरे को पता नहीं था उस टाइम पे? दिक्कत लगा वही पोर्ट है सेम। हाँ वही पोर्ट लगा। आकर एक बार ये रिस्पॉन्ड करके एक बार चेक करा देना मेरे को, जरूर चेक कर। ये आवाज आ रही कुछ भी बोलते लेकिन वो पीछे वाला बंद नहीं हो सकता ऑडियो साउंड।
हाँ हो जाएगा ना,
वो करो अपना हेलो हेलो बोलो एक बार, टेस्टिंग करो एक बार माइक। अच्छा आप नहीं चला रखा था? हाँ बोलो हेलो बोलो एक बार, बोलो भी। ठीक है एक बार आप चेक करो, लॉगिन करके एक बार लॉगिन करो, चेक करो, आपको चेक करो, नहीं जल्दी उधर जाके चेक करो एक बार। चलो अभी आप फोकस करते हैं। इससे लगा
ये लाइव है कि नहीं?
लाइव है ये भी रिकॉर्डिंग
तो मैं बोलती हूँ ना, नवीन बोलती हूँ, अभी देखो
इसमें तो कॉपी नहीं चलती है।
ये माइक पे वॉकिंग है, ये भी कैच करता है।
गेट की तरफ टारगेट करना, गेट है। अच्छा ठीक है, करूँ ना, ठीक है। जैसे जैसे लोग आ रहे हैं इस तरह भी उधर टारगेट उधर का बड़ा करते हैं। हाँ ठीक है, तो थोड़ा जूम भी कर दे हल्का हल्का, इसमें आराम से करते हैं, क्या पता लगना चाहिए। इसमें देखो क्या है, हो गया मेरे को नहीं पता, देख लो यार, ये ड्राफ्ट करवा रखी मेल, इसको देख लो, ये मेल है ना, ड्राफ्ट करवाई है ये सॉरी ये वाली ना, ये मेल, ये मैं सेंड कर दूंगा, ये मेल आईडी देखो, ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है।
एक मेल आईडी डालना जरा, ये वाला भी
एक
मेल आया था,
ऐड कहाँ होंगे ये, हमें पता भी नहीं है यार, चल बोल पा क्या है, AKS हाँ
AHIR
आयर ना,
हाँ
LC डॉट
हाँ
ठीक है ठीक है
ग्रेट।
आपको मैडम ने बता दी ना क्या क्या फोकस करना। मैं मेल भेज दूं लिंक वाली,
हाँ हाँ प्लीज भेजिए, वेबकास्ट और वेबकास्ट शुरू कर दीजिए आप।
शुरू कर रखे मैं, चलो आउट बॉक्स में भी दिखे मैम, कहाँ पे गई ना मैडम? मेल देखना गई क्या इसमें? कहाँ से
क्या कह रहे?
मेल सेंट में ना गई थी ना? हाँ गई ना।
इनबॉक्स में देखिए कोई बाउंस तो नहीं हो रही है, क्या हो रहा है? राकेश श्रीवास्तव
ये था ना
नहीं
सब।
गई। राकेश श्रीवास्तव फाउंडर थे डॉट जेके मेल डॉट।
क्या करें, उनको भेजनी है, क्या करें?
तो आप इसको एनके शर्मा जी के उस पर, नहीं एनके शर्मा जी
इनबॉक्स
बाउंस जो हो रही है ना, some they are loaded, some she's getting getting invited. She's entering.
And giving this.
She will announce and they will coordinate from there, and we have already handed over saplings to the people who are going to present. They will come. Sapling यहाँ से present होगी, पीछे से नहीं आया।
And
ये देखो कि क्या चल रहा है। अभी थोड़ा सा उधर रोटेट कर देना, थोड़ा सा लेफ्ट रोटेट कर राइट कर देना।
फोन आ रहा है।
हाँ बोल रहा था सर, बोलो आईडी बोलो सर, आईडी बोलो। हाँ हाँ, जिस पर आप चाहते हैं वो लाइव टेलीकास्ट देखना चाहते हैं उस आईडी बोलो ना, उस पर लिंक मेल भेज। एक मिनट सर, AMAR ना, AMAR DEEP, हाँ हाँ हाँ, UMANG, हाँ अच्छा D, ठीक है .com ना, .com। चलो चेक कर लो, भेज दिया मैंने। हाँ भेज दिया। वायर नहीं नीचे कोई भी हमें हम लो उस साइड उधर कॉर्नर इस साइड से आ रहे हैं उस साइड उधर उधर उल्टा कर रहे हैं तो उस साइड से इधर उल्टा कर दीजिए उधर उधर बस नोट करो उधर रखो बस और रोटेट करना चाहते हो रोटेट कर दो मैडम को कवर करना मैडम को हो जाए ये लेफ्ट राइट हो जाए आराम से करो बस यस बताइए सर आप मेल आईडी बताएं बस मैं लिंक पेस्ट कर दिया आप मेल आईडी बताएं भेज दी सर आपकी आरिफ खान ना भेज दी सर भेज दी अच्छा स्पेलिंग करना सर पूरी सर स्पेलिंग करो सर स्पेल करो ARIF DURG.JKmail. ठीक है सर ठीक है करोड़ हाँ जी सर ठीक है ना सर ठीक है इनको रहने दीजिए फ्रंट नहीं है ना फ्रंट का जब मुझे पहनना ये एक बार 360 घुमा दो सारे का ना हल्का लेकर इधर वाले फ्रैक्चर हो जाना मतलब इतना बोल सकते रोक लेंगे अब हल्का एक स्टेप रोक नेक्स्ट रोक ऐसे एक करो ऐसे रोक अच्छा अब उधर उधर मेन जूम करो फिर जूम इन और आउट दोनों रखना ठीक है ठीक है हेलो क्या आईडी थी सर आपकी सर बाउंस बैक आ रही है आपकी मेल भेज दिया तो मैंने बाउंस बैक कर रही है आपकी मेल एक मिनट दोबारा बोलो मेरे को क्या है हाँ 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 हाँ, और अच्छा YADEV, अच्छा हाँ DAV @ हाँ आगे बोलो @ JKMAILmail.com। ठीक है, भेज दिया सर, एक बार चेक करो। ये राइट राइट लेफ्ट राइट देख ले अपने हिसाब से कौन सा हो। मिल गया आपको? ठीक ठीक। भाई
आप वहाँ मत check करिए, बंद कर दीजिए, उसको play कराओ, आपको यहाँ check करना
जैसे ही मूव करेंगे ना स्टेज की तरफ तो कर देंगे। लेकिन हल्के जाना, ये वाइब्रेट करता है, आराम से चलो, वाइब्रेट करता है बिल्कुल आराम से।
हाँ जी,
मूव करता है जैसे कोई ये वाइब्रेट करता है, ये ना नीचे वो
क्या कर सकते, कोई ऑप्शन
हाँ ऐसे स्टेज धीरे धीरे आराम आराम चलो।
The moment she goes there, he will stop.
Zoom out करो, स्टेज करो, zoom out।
He'll stop. He'll stop.
आराम से। ये गलत है यहाँ पर वाइब्रेशन है।
हाँ जी,
थोड़ा सा और करो यार, थोड़ा सा इस तरफ और करो, इस तरफ चेयर और करो। बस ठीक है, ठीक हाँ
Good evening, DIC, senior executives, honorable judges, participants, and HR team. I welcome all of you to best paper presentation of Udaan 2016 and best breakthrough project. We are honored by
वो करो, zoom out करो।
I request Mr. Prashant Keshri to present happenings to Sri Felicitation Ceremony and to UDAAN. I request Mr. Bharat R to present happenings to Sri Felicitation Ceremony and to UDAAN. Brahma.
ये है कट लीजिए हम थोड़ा सा
I request
नोट करो
Mr. Vikram Bharadwaj to present happiness to Shri Vikram Bharadwaj and to welcome him.
प्लस करो एक ठीक है
I request Mr. Rajat Trivedi to present happiness to Shri Ashwin Singh Manati and to welcome him. I now request Mr. A. Sidhu to address the guests and participants.
Respected Chairman, DICs, and my dear colleagues. Yesterday was a fantastic day. We had 15 teams in Udaan, about 58 people. And breakthrough projects, about 12 teams, 36 employees came all the way, all over India and made an excellent presentation. And we also have a few jury members who were presented yesterday, Mr. Mukherjee and Mr. Mohan, and I welcome you all for this wonderful. One thing which attracted yesterday, including all the jury members, who said was this kind of a passion we have never seen in here. All the participants were really passionate about the content, about the topic, and then the presentation. So, future ready JKO, we were talking about future ready JKO, what kind of top management conference we should have and all that. The future ready JKO is already here, sir, and it's already here. When the world is full of players, these people are going to be change agents of our group. They know well that the dream doesn't become a reality by magic. They know well that it takes sweat, determination, hard work, and occasional failure to become a great leader. So this I could see in them, their burning spirit to become a leader. They will raise their capabilities to the aggressive and audacious target which business leaders want to put, and rather than limiting their horizon of the goals. So this I could observe yesterday. They don't have any fixed mindset, no self-limiting beliefs. They are ready to take their flight. So we should keep that runway clear and ready for them to move ahead and lead JKO for the future. And thank you very much. I welcome you again. And like the topic is that ahead of the curve, and we could start at least 2 months generally people will say 2 minutes ahead of our time we started. Thank you very much, all of you. Thanks a lot. Welcome.
I request Mr. A. Sidhu to kindly announce the winners of UDAAN 2016 and best breakthrough project.
I would request the chairman to announce the winner.
इन करो आउट इन का मतलब माइनस हाँ
This is for the Udaan team. Second runner, sir. Second runner, sir. For Udaan team JK Lakshmi Event Theory. First runner, sir. First runner, sir, goes to JK Paper Mill, JKPM. And the winner is, as they always say, and the final winner is JK Lakshmi Event Church. Congratulations to all of you. Breakthrough. Okay. Breakthrough project. Second runner-up,
Team JK Tire Industries CTP. Breakthrough project, first runner-up. Again, JK Tire and product VTP. Here again, JK Tire is the winner of this award, Team B for KTP.
The winning teams are requested to prepare for presentation. We'll begin with the best Udaan team presentation, followed by best breakthrough presentation. The sequence of presentation would be second runner-up, first runner-up, and winner. I now request Mr. A.K. Bajoria to kindly share his experience of Udaan competition and breakthrough.
मैंने सीख रहा था क्योंकि कट ऑफ नाम लग रहा है।
Respected Chairman, PICs and colleagues. First of all, heartiest congratulations to all the winners, all the runners-up, and also all the participants. I wish to express my gratitude for giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts on the JKO Annual Udaan Competition and presentation of best breakthrough projects by IIM Lucknow. JK Group has consistently demonstrated long-term growth and sustainability and avoided myopic vision of short-term objectives of only profit maximization. It has always been a conscious endeavor of our promoter directors to stay ahead of the curve by adapting innovative business practices in all domains of management. Our group recognizes that in today's highly competitive global business environment, the biggest differentiator will be talented, engaged, and committed people. People competencies, people engagement will bring in superior results. The group has clearly acknowledged that business has to be people-centric, and therefore our group has put in several HR initiatives in practice. Udaan and breakthrough projects are part of these HR initiatives. Udaan has been continuing since year 2010, and it has gone a long way in fulfilling its noble purpose of enhancing engagement of young leaders across JKO businesses. Besides enhancing the engagement of young talent, Udaan has done great service in spotting and deploying talent, unleashing creativity and innovation, fostering cross-functional team working, developing leadership capabilities, bringing in cost-effective solutions to some lagging operational issues. And I may add that by holding these competitions annually, we have created excellent practice of recognizing and rewarding talent across the group. 3 best teams in Udaan and 3 in breakthrough are getting recognition today. Kudos and appreciation for the other teams as well who have participated in this competition. This year's theme was also very apt, like positioning JKO ahead of the curve through sustainability and inclusive growth, which is pertinent and crucial for our businesses in JKO. After adequate research incorporating Indian and global best practices, industry benchmarking, and putting in their collective creative and innovative thinking, teams have put up their presentations to their respective business units and plants, and thereafter the team in HO did shortlisting for semi-final round, which was held yesterday, and the best teams are now being rewarded today. And I think we should all recognize the massive work which has been done resulting in this final event today. Regarding JK Tire, I wish to inform you that 64 teams across JK Tire plants have participated in this year's Udaan competition, and 83 breakthrough projects have been worked upon. Having 9 manufacturing plants in India, we have slightly higher number of teams. I urge all participants that they should not look at Udaan and breakthrough projects only as a competition. It is indeed an engagement activity to develop and enhance leadership competencies and strategic business thinking. It will facilitate in their overall grooming and development ahead of competition. Especially in this continuously transforming economy, it is what sets a company ahead of competition. This will be the true value creator, and I repeat, it will give competitive advantage for our respective companies. I, on behalf of all the directors, business heads, and on behalf of the entire JKO, heartily congratulate once again all the winning teams and wish them still bigger successes. And of course, I compliment the organizing team for such a successful function. Thank you very much.
I'd like to make one announcement for the participants. We are having a live telecast. So when we are making the presentation, the entire India or across India, our businesses and university will be seen. Thanks.
We now invite best Udaan teams for presentation. Each team will get 10 minutes for the presentation. First runner, second runner-up team from JKFC, Sirohi. Mr. P.K. Kabra, Mr. Pankaj Mathur, Mr. Sanjeev Sharma, and Mr. Bharat Gandhi.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of JK Elections Event, I heartily welcome honorable dignitaries, eminent judges, and my fellow friends across the JKO for this prestigious Udaan competition. As you all are aware about today's theme, which is right positioning of JKO ahead of the curve through business sustainability and inclusive growth. Now, before heading towards our presentation, I would like to have a brief introduction of our team. I am Pankaj Mathur, Prahlad Kabra,
Bharat Gadvi,
Sanjeev Sharma. Now, for a business to grow, we feel that it has to be a summation of right positioning ahead of the curve, business sustainability, and inclusive growth. This I would like to explain by giving some examples. Remember Baba Ramdev, the yoga guru, who in spite of having a tough market with major competitors like Procter & Gamble, Hindustan Lever, ITC, was able to right position its product under the brand Patanjali. And today we can see that he is among is having the highest position among its competitors. Another example which I would like to quote here is the presence of Jio in Pan India. I think everybody sitting here must be having a Jio SIM, and they must have enjoyed free data, free calling, and free internet. So, in a nutshell, if we want to say that by right positioning, it is the uniqueness in the product having value addition which should build in customers' mind. When talking of ahead of the curve, we feel that every business grows and every industry works on its full potential, but the important is it should be ahead of times and ahead of schedule. For business sustainability, it should be an integration of finance, environment, and social concern having equal concern of each. I think inclusive growth needs no further explanations and we all will agree that it should be Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. We as JK Lakshmi Cement has already marked our presence in Pan India, and today we are known by virtue of our products. In the past also, we have launched RMCs, AAC blocks, Pro Plus, but do you think this is the end? No. And if no, then what next? So after various brainstorming sessions, our team has come to a conclusion that this is the right time that we should go for diversification. And for going to diversification, our team has marked year 2018 as the year for launching of our new idea or new product. Now Prahlad will explain further about our new idea.
Having acknowledged the keywords of the topic and talk about the diversification to the new product. Our new product is concrete sleeper. Our team suggests that we should set up a concrete sleeper manufacturing unit at JK Lakshmi Cement Siroi. And our dream is to see that trade may waiver and tide over by our sleeper, and target is 2018. SWOT analysis is a framework to know organization's strength, their weaknesses, available opportunities, as well as threats that we may face. We did it in our case, and our findings are: we are predominant in cement manufacturing, we have committed and engaged workforce, we have flexibility and capability to produce various grades of cement, and we have multi-location manufacturing facility of cement in India. Although we are selling our cement to metro rail project, but concrete sleeper manufacturing and its selling is new to us. The opportunities are massive growth in infrastructure in India. It needs stringent quality parameters. Indian Railway inducting high technology, and we all know about high-speed bullet trains, DFC. All are our opportunity with us, and this is the right time that we should grab it. The threats are the present competitors as well as the new competitors in this market, and this is a niche product. But we are focusing it to Indian Railway and industrial giants. So it seems as a profitable segment for our organization. The main components which required to manufacture a concrete sleeper are cement, it's our core business, aggregate and sand, high tensile steel wires, and SGCI insert. By combination of all this product and go through a specific product process, we can make concrete sleeper under the flagship of JK. We chosen this project because we have various competitive advantages. We have adequate land to set up this project, and that is well connected by road and rail network. We have our own brand image, and by our quality product, we can further enhance it. We are capable to manufacture various grades of cement, and a special grade OPC 53S is required to manufacture a concrete sleeper, and we are capable that we can produce at our plant. We have well-equipped laboratory with R&D team, and that will be an advantage for us. And we have pool of intellectual capital. It's an S to us. Now, my fellow friend, Bharat will explain about the survey of Indian Railway and the market of concrete sleeper.
Up to the presentation, we are very confident that we can easily make concrete sleeper. Let's have a look on growth of Indian Railway, where we see that there is remarkable increase in terms of total revenue, passenger earning, freight traffic, and running freight. Gross revenue is expected to double by year 2020. Have a look on budget 2017 highlights, where we see immense potential of supplying concrete sleeper to Indian Railway. We would like to pay your kind attention on future of concrete sleeper, where we see there is great scope of selling concrete sleeper to Indian Railway. So we can say that future of concrete sleeper is directly proportional to growth of Indian Railway. Now, Sandy will explain about impact on business.
Now we will discuss the roadmap how to transform our dreams into actualization. For this, we have worked out for a sleeper manufacturing plant having a capacity of 3 lakh sleepers per annum, considering production of 1,000 sleepers a day. Depending on the response, we will increase it further. Here is our project schedule in which almost all major aspects are covered, and adhering to this project schedule, we have launched our sleepers into market within 16 months. And we all know that for a project to be viable, finance is the backbone of every business. Keeping this in mind, we have carried out costing of our project also. Capital cost incurred is about 25.30 crores. Variable total cost comprises of variable cost and fixed cost, and it is about 34.60 crores. Apart from costing, we have projections of our sales and profit margins, and this is the main motto behind any business. We have worked out that selling price of our sleeper is about 1,720 rupees, and the received earnings from sleeper sale is about 51.34 crores. Profit before tax is 15.20 crores, and the net profit that you will achieve is 10.64 crores. For any investment, there must be a payback. In our case, we have calculated the payback period is of 2.4 years. In nutshell, we can see that our project cost and payback period seems quite promising. Considering the scope of corporate sleeper, it is the right time to grab this opportunity. Let us have an impact on our business results. Our market share will increase as we are through this value-added product, special grade cement 53S. We are manufacturing this cement not limited to only for our use, but we can also sell this to other supplier manufacturers. As we are going for diversification, new avenues of growth will open. Indian Railway, besides our distinguished customers, we will also sell our sleepers to other industrial giants. As we are supplying our sleepers to Indian Railways, this will mark our presence across pan-India, and this will definitely enhance our marketing and advertising network. We are not limiting ourselves to only sleepers, as infrastructural development is in progress in railways as well as other sectors throughout the country. We have our way forward too. Some of them are as smart city projects in which we are focusing on fume pipes for sewage disposal, concrete sleepers which will bear further high loads for bullet trains and DFC corridors, precast planes, PCC and RCC poles, and as we all know that our company is not concerned only about profit earnings. Besides this, we have our social responsibilities also. Keeping this in mind, our way forward is to generate direct, indirect employment also, which will enhance our CSR initiatives too. Now, these are the references that we have referred for our survey and data collection purpose.
Now, having acknowledged the keywords of our topic, now let us see how our idea gels with today's theme. In context to right questioning, concrete sleepers would be the stepping stone to enter the blue ocean of Indian Railways. When talking of ahead of the curve, it will be the first cement company to enter in this segment. For business sustainability, we see a promising perpetual market ahead. For inclusive growth, we propose to give employment to the ladies of our nearby villages. Being our plant located in tribal area will enhance their skills and will improve their standard of living also. To sum up our presentation, our team feels that this is the right time that we should go for diversification, or else we should make a strategic partnership with Indian Railways. With these lines, I thank one and all for listening our presentation so patiently. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I now request the first runners-up team of best on our presentation, team JKPF from JK Paper, to kindly present. Mr. P. Surya Nayak, Mr. Sunil Jagdish Sahu, Mr. Ara Patnaik, and Mr. S. S. Sarkar.
चलो वापस उसके लिए
Going to the presentation, I have introduced Sarah Patnaik. What is his name is and he is Someshan Rasta from Agricultural Commission. He is a key member in our ARB. He efforts made us one CA Best Poster Award last year. And he also came up in our agriculture team. He is Sunil Sahu. He is from our North agriculture team. Joined from the project. Now to the presentation. This is topic is right position JKO, head of the competition, sustainability and inclusive growth.
Brexit is the best case study of how the lack of inclusive growth, lack of inclusive culture has changed the entire scenario of the European Union. People voted in the European Union, in the United Kingdom, vote out of European Union. But why they do it? They did it because of lack of income equality. So income equality is one of the main elements of this inclusive growth. Similarly, era of 21st century is an era of uncertainty. The growth here is highly unsustainable due to the uncontrolled exploitation of natural patterns. It is rightly said by Henry, famous Swiss philosopher, that uncertainty is the refuse of the hour. Then, what is the need of the hour? Need of the hour is we have to mark ahead of the curve, business sustainability and inclusion. Over the year of journey to the business sustainability of JK Paper, we have achieved so many milestones. Some of them are presented here. Towards the journey of our and our endeavor towards for the business sustainability, the excessive consumption of power, coal, water, and greenhouse gas emission has came down significantly. And now, in fact, we are the least cost manufacturer in the paper industry and replaced in India. Apart from our effort towards sustainable business development, JKPF is continuously working for inclusive growth in society and the surroundings. And these are some of the major initiatives that JKPF has done over the years and is continuously doing. And recently, JKPF Financial System and Prasad High School. Its minister started rural high
I have said that here our manufacturing units. It will further, definitely further, with our inclusive growth initiatives. So the question mark is there. Whether all the initiatives, efforts, in the sustainability and inclusive growth is sufficient, the answer is simply no. We have to work further, more, beyond the global practices, sustainability.
To identify the internal and external influences over the business sustainability, we are working with transport analysis. Let us go through them. In the part of time where the market into the 27% of market share in the JKO and the other segment, and we adopted the latest technology. Our business technology is among of this kind in the world and across in India.
Coming to the weakness part, our location is very remote and we are very far from all major pepper consuming markets. And low availability of skill and job seeking manpower is one more weakness we identified. And the higher raw material cost compared to our global peers is one of another weakness. The opportunities.
Now, the opportunity part. The high literacy rate, the government's emphasis of literacy programs, and the low per capita consumption of paper as compared to the global average. The fuel, the paper consumption rate at the rate of 7% for the next decade. And finally, last but not least, the Trump effect will definitely stop or reduce the brain drain out of India, and is a very positive side for all the manufacturing units in India. When it comes to trade, threats are more always the upcoming stringent environmental norms, the scarcity and availability of water, and the threat from cheap imported weapons. Always they have to work on it.
Based on this SWOT analysis, we have identified the future challenges for JKO Udaan. Availability of a good quality of raw material, fossil fuel consumption and substitution, talent management, availability of water, compliance of upcoming stringent environment norms, and trade from cheap imported paper. Our team has selected projects based on the fossil fuel consumption and substitution and stringent environment norms. We have taken up our workable recommendation based on the reject and follow the 3R concept, that is reduce, reuse and recycle.
Several waste are generated during the process as a byproduct. In fact, almost all the byproducts of the wastes are 100% reutilized and used, except the case of PET floods, where we are facing the problem, we are struggling in the rainy seasons. That's the reason why our team has suggested a new concept or new project of utilization of dry sludge of waste plant, oil fat water as a fuel. People going into the detail of this project, let us go what is the present status of this primary plants. Then we are producing an average of 45 tons per day of primary sludge with 65% of moisture. This sludge we are selling to local customers who are using it as a air dry. Okay, but in rainy season, they are not taking it for the 3 to 4 months. There we are struggling, and we are using it as an alternative landfill.
Our team has done brainstorming and 360 analysis. We found out the option to use this PET sludge. What are the options, how they are used, and what to use? We find we inquired with the global peers and domestic peers, and we found some options. The options are in this way. We can use it. We can install a filtering machine inside the plant. We can use a land space and use it in the scientific landfilling. We can burn the sludge in the wet condition in the boiler. Also, we can dry the sludge with a vapor steam. And another the last option is we can dry the sludge with a vapor available waste it. We have plotted down all the options in the impact implementation matrix, and we found the option. The fifth option is of economical, and it has a high business impact. But it is only possible whether sufficient amount of waste is available inside our plant.
We have done the lab analysis of PTP sludge and found that the calorific value of PTP sludge is almost equivalent to coal. And from the analysis and study, it is clear that the PTP sludge is fit to replace the coal in boiler.
So let us have a look on present system of ranking flue gases. Present system of our process. In our plant, we have identified 3 waste resources. Waste heat energy, one is evaporator, boiler, and line kiln. The line kiln flue gases, we found that they are sufficient to dry our sweats. And let us have a look on the line fill flue gas system. Presently, line fill are available at 75,000 nm per hour at 190 degrees centigrade. And we are diverting part of these flue gases to the PCC plant, where the CO2 being extracted from the flue gases. And PCC plant requires this flue gases at only 50 degrees centigrade, whereas we are giving them at 190 degrees centigrade. The difference we are getting through help of cooling tower, which also consumes a significant amount of electrical energy. We are proposing here to have a sludge dryer which uses this waste heat energy to dry our sludge, and we have verified that the heat energy is sufficient, and the flue gases from the sludge dryer will be diverted back to this plant again. The difference it serves a dual purpose. One is the sludge being dry, and the second is the electrical energy will come down in the cooling tower. Let us have a look on how this turbo spin dryer works. The turbo spin dryer works, and it has 7 main parts. One is the water generator, wet cake feeder, 3, 4, 5 consists of drying section, 6 is air water separator, 7 is suction fan. As shown in the slide, the wet cake will be fed from the second part, and it enters the drying chamber, and flue gases enter in the opposite direction, and both will travel together to the drying section and enters the powder separator. In the powder separator, we will separate the sludge and we will take it to the biomass plant. And the suction fan will divert back these flue gases to the PCC plant. Coming to the cost benefit analysis, we have just shown here how many for the last year how many tons we have sold and how many tons we have used for landfill. In the right part of the graph, we have shown here the amount we are getting now and what amount we will be getting in future if we convert this sludge into the fuel. The difference will be around 145 lakhs per annum. In the payback analysis, the sludge installation cost 150 lakhs and the running cost is 23 lakhs, and the payback is coming around 15 months. This is the milestone chart which we prepared, and the project will take 35 weeks to implement. And already we have done the first point that we have sent the stats to the pilot plant near Mumbai, and we got a positive result.
Now, coming to the environmental benefits. Apart from the financial benefit of 1.25 crores per annum by implementing this project, there are huge added benefits. First one is little emissions to the environment will be avoided. There will be avoidance of land contaminations and forest growth. It will contribute to reducing the GHG emissions. Of course, finally, the natural resources will be conserved. Now, the impact on the business leaders. It enhances the power of our competitors with respect to sustainability. Using a wide range of products and services at lowest cost. Of course, it will definitely comply with the stringent upcoming environmental norms. Very important. And finally, it will achieve a very strong branding combination. Thank you.
And now request the winning team from JKLC, team judges, Mr. Vivek Kumar Rai, Mr. Sunil Kumar Rai, Mr. Yashwant Kumar Patel, and Mr. Ravi Kumar Singh.
must build an agenda for speedy yet sustainable economic growth that is inclusive of all, is respectful of individuals, responsive to innovations, and responsible towards the future generation. These words by our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji makes us very much aware about the theme of today's presentation in our minds. First of all, a very good evening to all the distinguished and knowledgeable people present over here on behalf of the whole JKLC Chajjar family. I am Yashwant Patel from Mechanical Department, along with my colleagues
Vivek Rai from Process Department,
Sunit Rai from IT Department,
Ravi Suklecha from E&I Department.
Before going on to the main content of the presentation, I would like to give you a brief introduction about the company which we are representing today, that is JKLC Chajjar Limited, which comprises of 2 cement mills having the capacity of 1.5 million ton per annum. In addition, it also has the first green product of JK organization, having the capacity of 500 meter cube per day. The path to right positioning JKO ahead of the curve through sustainability and inclusive growth is led by the following objective, which is to ensure comprehensive growth of JKO in a way that will benefit the society and generations to come. Now, based on the topic, these objectives are further subdivided. Recalling the topic, we find some keywords which I am going to brief you out today, and the first one is ahead of the curve. There will always be companies who are ahead of the curve and behind the curve, but the things which move the curve are knowledge and technology. And as an organization, we have to implement our knowledge and technology faster than our competitors do to be ahead of the curve. And JKO has got a very good example of it. We all know that Supreme Court has put a ban on the red clay bricks manufacturing kilns, which does not follow the environmental norms. Thus, JK organization, taking a step ahead of the curve, installed a fly ash-based AAC block plant in the year 2012, which at present is a well-established brand, while our competitors in the field of cement have not even entered this segment. Talking about sustainability, you all will agree with me that one thing we all have in common is the planet which we live on. And the greatest threat to this planet is the belief that someone else will save it. But it's not so. We have to make our bit to save this planet. And for those who think that their bit does not count, have never slept with a mosquito in a closed bedroom. According to me, sustainability can only be achieved if it's thought as a matter of survival of our business.
Inclusive growth. The growth is inclusive. Growth is inclusive when it allows all the members of the society to participate in or contribute to the growth process on equal basis, regardless of the individual circumstances. The inclusive growth, as the literal meaning of both the words, refers to the pace and pattern of the economic growth. Now, we must know, as it has been the strategy of JK organization, that along with the brand, we have also focused on women empowerment, society, environment. Now, we must know why business firm needs to be sustainable. Because according to the statement of the CEO of the Unilever, Mr. Paul Coleman, the brands, those who have not yet started thinking about how they will embed the social and environmental sustainability in their business model, will not be seen around in the next 50 years. Now, also, every year a survey is conducted by a Toronto-based media company, Corporate Knight, over 4,000 companies from Forbes. And according to it, the BMW Group emerged at the top of the list in 2016, while Siemens Group emerged at the top of the list in 2017 in its sector. Now, the spread of JK organization all over the country very well depicts that our business leaders have always believed in sustainable development. And so, apart from contributing to the industrial growth, we have also worked to enhance the quality of life of the individual and also cared for the social well-being of the communities we work with. And following the path of JK organization, we as a JK Lakshmi Cement has sustained ourselves by comprising several cement units at various locations across the country, and also along with the certain franchisees and value-added products such as Smart Block, RMC, etc. That means a journey from 0.5 million ton to 9.8 million ton per annum.
As it is said,
that if we want to win a long run, we need to be a step ahead of our competitors, not 1 or 2 days, but each and every day of week. So keeping this thing in mind, we are going to share some futuristic ideas which will help JKO organization to be a sustainable and ahead of the curve company. But before that, we will be going to a glimpse of innovation which helps our unit to be ahead of the curve, thinking that other units can also take advantage of it. We extended our plant from 400 meter cube to 500 meter cube, and along with these 3 innovations, we were able to save this much amount of money. Moving on to the next slide. As we are a power-driven company, and power plays one of the important factors when it comes to cost reduction. And it gives me immense pleasure to inform you that we were able to reduce this much amount of power in different sections of our plant. The next thing we did was we installed a solar power project of 500 kilowatt per hour. Last but not the least, we made a water recharge system in our plant. Hoping that these innovations will be helpful to other units, we move on to a futuristic ideas. As it is said, we need to focus on future because we have to live in future. So here are the ideas. The first one is replacement of dry fly ash with wet fly ash in cement grinding. Second one is AC block production with the use of calcined clay as part replacement of cement. Third one is concrete mortar and AC blocks with carbon dioxide. Talking about the fourth one, AC block with geopolymer, an idea beyond the thought. And the last one is secondary combustion chamber in AC coil. Wet fly ash in cement grinding. Why? Why there is a need of wet fly ash in cement grinding? As we all know, our competitors are growing at very fast rate. So sooner or later, we are going to face this issue. So at that time, what would be the replacement of dry fly ash? The answer is wet fly ash. Now let us see how we are going to use it. By feeding pond ash in cement mill and maintaining the mill temperature by installing a furnace. Now let us see with this idea how we are going to be ahead of the curve. We will be the first one in our region to implement this idea. This will help us to attain first mover advantage. Talking about sustainability, we are going to preserve soil and going to use wet fly ash in a profitable way, which will help us to attain sustainability. And the last one is inclusive growth. Use of agriculture waste as a fuel and which will help as an additional income to farmers. We conducted a survey in our nearest village and found that there is abundant availability of agriculture waste which can be used as a fuel. Not talking about the cost benefit of analysis. This idea requires the investment of 1.5 crore rupees, which will ultimately lead to the annual saving of 68.23 lakh rupees.
India is ranked second in total cement production across all over the world, and we are continuously striving to become the number 1 in cement production. While doing production, we have forgotten that in cement business accounts for around 8% of world CO2 emission. So, do we really have an alternate product which will replace this existing product? This is the million-dollar question yet to be answered. While looking for substitute product, here are the approaches suggested by us. Use of calcined clay as part replacement of cement in AAC block. Why? Due to fast depletion of limestone across India. How? By use of supplementary cementitious material such as suitable clay after calcination. By using 1% of calcined clay, we were able to decrease the percentage of cement from 20.47% to 14%. We would be the first one to manufacture AAC block using calcined clay, hence we are ahead of the curve. We are sustaining limestone, and due to reduction in CO2 emission, we are creating a sustainable environment. Reduction in production cost per meter cube, we are having an inclusive growth. Next is the cost benefit analysis. By introduction of 1% of calcined clay, we were able to save rupees 38 per meter cube, which resulted in annual saving of rupees 53,77,342 rupees. Our next idea is use of carbon dioxide in concrete, mortar and AAC block. Why? Global warming. As the major factor responsible for global warming is emission of greenhouse gases or CO2. So how we are going to use it? By capturing CO2 in pressurized tank and injecting in liquid form in concrete, mortar and AAC block. Once injected, CO2 gets converted in solid mineral and gets permanently captured. We would be the first one to manufacture concrete, mortar and AAC block using CO2, hence we are ahead of the curve. We are making profitable use of CO2, hence we are having sustainability, and we are creating a safe, healthy environment for mankind, hence we are having inclusive growth.
Despite having a competitive advantage in the manufacturing of green product, that is AAC block, we took one more step toward the direction of sustainability and went to look for a complete replacement of cement in the manufacturing of AAC block. Now, Why we did this? Because of the limited availability of limestone across the country. And how we are going to do this is by the use of the waste product like the sodium hydroxide, which is a byproduct of petrochemical or chemical industries, along with the solution of sodium silicate, which is a byproduct from the glass industries. Now, definitely this will make us ahead of the curve as no one else has ever thought of it yet. And also it would lead to the reduction in the carbon dioxide emission up to 90%. Also reduce the landfilling space as it will combine all the waste product into a useful product. And also we will be providing a safe environment for the society. This will help in inclusive growth. Now let us see the cost benefit analysis of this. Now by replacing the cement with the geopolymer, we are going to save rupees 28 per meter cube with the annual saving of rupees 39,62,252 rupees.
Coming on to the fifth and the last idea of this presentation, which is modification in AEC boiler by addition of secondary combustion chamber. Now the question arises, why we need to install a secondary combustion chamber if we are having a primary combustion chamber? And the answer to this question is to reduce coal consumption per meter cube. Now again, one more question tickles our mind, that how we are going to reduce the coal consumption? That is by reusing the unburnt coal. Let me elaborate this with the help of a figure. Presently, the unburnt coal is removed out from the first chamber manually, which causes a lot of handling problem. Thus, by introducing a secondary chamber, we will be able to reuse the unburnt coal without pulling it out from the first chamber. As we are the first in our region to take this step, hence we are ahead of the curve. By saving the natural resource and reducing CO2 emission, we will be sustainable. And talking about inclusive growth, we will be creating a safer working environment for our workers. Coming on to the cost benefit analysis. Through this idea, we will be saving 0.5 kg per meter cube of coal, which will ultimately lead to saving of 8.5 lakhs per annum.
Social responsibility has always been an idea of concern for the mankind. JKO organization has always believed in the words of our Prime Minister, with all, development of all. We went ahead in our local community, educating them about demonetization, digitalization, Swachh Bharat, and furthermore. And here are some of the claims of that.
Nothing great is ever achieved without enthusiasm. So here are some rewards and recognition in the field of CSR, environment and safety.
We believe sustainability not just in our product, but throughout the entire value chain as a basic requirement for tomorrow's individual mobility. We also believe that to achieve success in the long run is only possible through sustainable development, followed by the inclusive growth. With the motto of let's grow together. Thank you for your patience listening. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Maharaj. We now invite the best breakthrough projects 2016 for presentation. Again, each team will get 10 minutes for the presentation. First up is team second runner-up, team CTP from JKO. Mr. Satish Kaur, Mr. Navid, and Mr. Ravinder Khan.
Good evening to all.
We are the team from JKO Chennai Tire Plant. Myself, Satish, Raghav, Raghuman, and we are here to present our innovative technique to eliminate fuel tire scrap, production loss, and reduction of steam consumption during our power failure. If you see our manufacturing process, it starts from mixer to the tire curing, then finishing. Tire curing is our interested area to work upon. The Pareto chart, which is named after the scientist Pareto, gives us the indication that the tire scrap during power failure is very critical and need to be addressed. To address this, what is the power failure? We need to understand. What is the power failure? In our plant, we have power failure due to some unavoidable reasons. During power failure, there is a panic situation in our plant. After which the production loss, there is a steam demand, tire scrap, and the boiler steam pressure drops. To mitigate this, before going to training, IM training, we were in understanding that the boiler pressure drop was due to the delay in supply which is received to the boiler and the curing area. In our plant, we have a DG source which is started automatically and receives the power to the boiler at 18th second. Then 24th second, the curing process gets the supply, and then other utilities get the supply at 32 seconds. But still, there is a delay in process start. This is because all the systems are started with running with a PLC. Those PLCs need to reboot and it attains its operation at 68th second. And our boiler is a cold feed boiler and it gets into right operation at 4.5 minutes. So this delay is the reason for our tire scrap. This was understanding before going for an IM, but this was not the only reason. And if this is the reason, the solution is to go for a UPS, which is a huge cost in investment. So the resumption of power delay is not the only cause. After going for an IIM training, we have seen this in a big picture and understood there are other reasons which is unique and we need to address those. Some of the reasons are that tire scrap due to steam pressure, maintaining the process parameters, and huge production loss due to confusion, and there is a panic situation, timely information to the operator about the power resumption and the power failure, and then these are all the points which need to be addressed. To address this, we have attained iceberg theory to understand these problems. Our innovative action started like this. What is the power failure and why it is happening? Instead of that, what happens when the power failure? During power failure, the boiler pressure drops to 12 bar. Why? We have seen there is an artificial steam demand started when during the power fails. This is due to the cumulative effect of all the curing presses are get opened. That means our normally open control valve open fully to draw huge amount of steam. The normally open valves are when the power fails, it goes to its normal open condition, which causes this reason. This is due to the usage of normal I2P to this control valves. This was the root cause which we have identified. How to mitigate this and what is the innovative action we can give to eliminate this process? Let us understand from Mr. Robert.
So coming to this, actually in our process, a normal current to pressure converters. Firstly, I2P means it is a current to pressure converter. So since normal I2P converters are used, so what happens in a normal I2P? Actually, when the power fails, the I2P exhausts the air. So which controls the control valve. So the control valve goes to its normally open position and allows the boiler steam demand to increase. So what are we going to do for this? So we have understood that if we solve this problem, our tire scrap will come down. So when we found an equipment called stay-put current to pressure converter. What it does, it retains instrument air in the last controlling position when the power fails. So there will not be any impact on the boiler. So this is a solution to our problem. So we have got 10 numbers per sample, whether it is meeting our demands. Then we install in 5 number of presses. Then we see how it reacts. So the process trend is shown here. Before, if you see the trend, there is an increase in process temperature actually. So if the process temperature increase, the quality of tires are affected, and also it is not required. The steam process, the steam demand is increased, which is a loss in SPC and other things. So after the installation of stay put I2P, when you see there is no deviation in process temperatures or pressure parameters. So this has solved the problem. But is it innovative? This is what we started questioning ourselves. So after IAM, we thought every solution doesn't have a costly implementation. So we wanted to do something cost effective. So then we started questioning ourselves, saying, is it cost effective? Then what could we do with the removed I2Ps? It is absolute when we discuss with the supplier. So what are we going to do with it? So then we thought with the existing I2Ps what we can do. So and also the investment for this is around 52 lakhs for 115 buses in our theory. So we thought of thinking something out of the box. An innovative idea struck us. What is it? With the existing I2Ps, what we have done. If you see our conventional process, a current to pressure converter controls the control valve, which we have shown here from the PLC. So this control valve gets opened when the power fails and I2P exhausts the air. So what we have done, our aim is to hold the air in the last controlling position. So a simple idea. It is a single acting solenoid coil with a pilot operated check valve. What it does, when power is there, this single acting solenoid coil will always be acting. So it gives pilot air to the NRV. So the NRV can pass both sides. So it will be normal operation. So when power fails, what happens? This solenoid loses its power. Then the pilot air is cut. Then the NRV acts as an NRV. It doesn't allow the air to go to the I2P. So the air is inside this, and the control valve will be in the last controlling state. This is equal to the state of I2P. So this we have implemented. So this is our innovation. This we have done in all the machines. So we are halfway through our project. So what are the objectives that have been achieved in the state of I2P? Boiler steam pressure drop has been addressed, air scrap has been addressed, and artificial demand has been addressed. Still, when a power fails, what happens in our process? There is a panic situation. We have seen a lot of power failures in our CTP plant. When we see that we couldn't communicate to the operators on time, we are unable to communicate to the production in charges. As a delay, there is a production loss also. So what are we going to do for this? Also, all machines are all automatic machines, which are continuously loading machines. So if we don't inform our operators on time, there will be further loading, which also has an impact on scrap. So what are we going to do for this? So another innovative idea which we wanted to do without the operators' help or support. So when power fails, all the operators need to put their machines in manual mode. So which you can see from this picture. So all the machines means it's around 170 buses, 12 operators in 3 lanes. So it is very difficult to inform to them. So what we done, we have a SCADA system in our plant. The SCADA system is data acquisition for all the process temperature and parameters. It is a readable system. Then we thought of why can't we write something to our machines from the server. So we came up with an idea of developing a new screen in the server. So in this, all the machines are what we have implemented all the machine tags actually. So with one click, we are giving information to the machines directly without the information to the operators. What it does, it goes to the PLC and it stops the machine from auto loading. It doesn't affect the process if it is going on. After the process is over, it further doesn't allow the machines to go on auto loading. So this is what it does. So with one click, all the operators can be informed, and with that we have given a tower lamp indication and the HMI message to the operators. So nobody need not go to the operators individually and tell them there is going to be a power failure or there is going to be a changeover. So this has helped us to avoid the panic situation in a great way. Further, the results will be told by our quality team.
Coming to the results, sir. We have shown the financial year of 2015 and 16. Our project started in the middle. The line graph shows the number of tire stars and the bar graph shows the number of instances. As you see, during the in progress, the second stage of our progress, that is buying an I2P with stable I2P and implementing the project, which is very costly. And then we went for an innovative idea. Now, after the project, we have crossed almost 5 months, and there have been 2-3 instances where tire stop has been 0. Coming to the cost benefit analysis, the total number means the benefit which we are getting from production losses 15,73,000 per instance, and direct cost from direct traffic 99%. Whereas the project implementation cost is total 5,50,000,
And current means present saving per instance is 16,72,000 per instance. And this word has been put for the last year. We have lost almost 2.53 crores during our past years, which is 15 instances. This directly we can say. Coming to the benefit and way forward, the tangible benefits are is reduced from 104 numbers to 0 directly, and there has been a production increase by 74% during past year. We can pick up production easily. Boiler steam pressure is maintained at 18 bar, which is the requirement, and the existing consumption, which has been shown to the gas, has been reduced entirely. And tangible benefits, intangible benefits are further internal customer satisfaction, improved team spirit, improved problem solving skills, and the operator model improved. By the second project, we have drastically reduced the fatigue of the operators as it has been totally automatic rather than operator going to reach into the process. Our way forward goes like this: we have implemented in 42 processes, and 72 processes are still being changed. Coming to impact on business results, as we can see that quality tests are produced even during without any deviations, even during all areas, and no artificial steam drawer is there, and customer satisfaction is there, that no any times will return back, and the meeting customer means timely delivery, since we can resume production easily. And the main goal is to be a green company and increase profitability and increase reliability from manpower.
I now invite the first member of team BTP from JKO, Mr. Bharat, Mr. Abhinandan, and Mr. Rajesh.
Good afternoon. We are still welcome you all for the project breakthrough project presentation. Our project title is Integrated Value Engineering with the Performance Enhancement, and our project start date is January 2016, and expected completion date is by September 2017. Let us introduce ourselves. I am Abhinandan. My name is Rakesh Pai. My name is Bharat. Our team is led by Mr. Bharat with and mentored by Mr. Vipin Joseph, GM Technical, with the valuable guidance from our technical director, Mr. Vijay Mishra, and senior VP Technical, Mr. M.D. Kanjurla. Before getting into the project details, let us understand the revolt happened in the automobile industry from steam powered engine in the 18th century to the internal combustion engine in the 19th century, and now the trend is moving towards the hybrid technology. So when we did a micro analysis why the industry has changed this much, we got to know global warming, usage of the sustainable energy resources, decline in the fossil fuel level, and improved standard of living are the major reasons for these changes. Today's automobile sector major challenges and focus is on the passenger safety, the usage of the stronger and lighter materials without any compromise in the passenger safety, increasing the fuel efficiency by decreasing the vehicle weight. So when it came, as tire is a part of the automobile industry, so we also need to adapt to these changes in order to gain the competitive advantage against the competitors to stay ahead in the business. So when it comes to the global performance requirement of a tire, these are the main three key parameters, which is safety, comfort, which is addressed by uniformity and balancing, and cost optimization, which is done by the low rolling resistance, lighter tire, mileage, and regradability. And our objective is lighter weight tire. Coming to the objective of our project, our main objective is to integrated value engineering, customer satisfaction, and go green sustainability. All these three things, including gives you the business profitability. Once the objective was clear in our mind, we followed these steps to execute our project. That is step 1 targeting, step 2 market survey and vendor offer, step 3 resource utilization, step 4 value engineering, Step 5, customer satisfaction, and step 6 is profitability. Further, in details about all these steps will be explained by Mr. Bharat.
Thank you, Abhinandan, for the detailed explanation of the steps we followed in our project. Coming to the step 1, that is the targeting. As we all know, the tire is basically a composite. And when we looked into that, basically tires with rubber, carbon black, steel tire, cord, bead wire, and chemical. When you look at composition of the each segment, that is the rubber contributes to 44%, carbon black contributes to 20%, and the rest the steel tire cord, this is the reinforcing material, contributes to 18%, the chemical to 40%, and to the bead wire to the 4%. First, we targeted for the rubber and the carbon black for the value engineering. Since it is having its own complexity and a lot of formulation change is required to deliver the same performance, we moved our thought to the steel tire cord, which decides the ultimate strength of the tire and gives the basically the reinforcement material. So we use the steel tire cord for our value engineering part. So once we reached our which area we are going to work, the question came to our mind is how to proceed in the project. So further, we followed some of the methodology. That is, first we did to the global market trend. We taken all the global market trends, and then we had gone for the competitor analysis, which is called as benchmarking. Against that, we had also done the performance assessment of all the tests of the competitors, for which how the reinforcing materials working like that. And we came to know that the market is totally towards the newer generation cord, and we are still at second generation cord. Once we freeze the cord requirement for our project, we approached the vendor for the feasibility and the availability. So when we approached the vendor, before that the feature price is basically classified by the tensile strength. That is, it varies from generation 1 to generation 4 cord. It is generation 1 cord is basically called as normal tensile cord, whereas the generation 2 cords are the high tensile cord. Generation 1 cord gives a good breaking strength to diameter ratio, whereas the generation 2 cords also gives a good breaking strength at lower diameter and lower density, linear density. Generation 1 and generation 2 cords already working in our tire, which contributes to 80% and 20% in our tire. When it comes to the generation 3 cords, it is generally called as super tensile cords. It is having a high tenacity, low linear density, and equal price strength. Comes to the generation 4 cord, it's called as 100 millimeter cord. It is having a very high breaking strength at the lower diameter and still lower linear density. We first targeted for the generation 4 cord, that is the ultra tensile cord. Since it is not commercialized yet and cost factor is also involved, we moved to the third generation cord, and most of the competitors is also on that. So we opted the third generation cord, that is the super tensile cord, which basically meets all our requirements, which we opted for the project. Further, the component chosen for the evaluation will be determined in Mr.
Thank you, Mr. Bharat. We have freezed our cord type for evaluation. When coming to the selection of the component of the tire, we have plotted the steel weight percentage per tire. In the chart, it's clearly evident that body plate and working belts contribute major share of the steel weight. So we selected body plate and working belts for our experiment. In this image, you can clearly see where exactly the body plate and working belts comes in the tire. Step 3 is resource utilization. We have utilized all our resources for evaluation part. We basically did 3 types of testing. One is mechanical testing, which deals with the physical property like linear density and breaking strength. Second is the adhesion property, which tells you about the rubber to metal bonding. Earlier concept was design, then we evaluate. Now the trend is simulate, then we design. We have followed the same principle in our project, where the finite element comes in the picture. Finite element analysis is a virtual analysis which gives the correlation of elongation property and tire work property. All these testings are done under our existing resources, Assetry and Tech Center. After evaluation of our cord, we did a detailed comparison of our results with the regular cord. Here you can see in the body plate cord, breaking strength is similar to the regular cord, whereas the linear density comes in the lower side. Linear density is the parameter that decides the weight of the steel in the tire. We did a similar exercise in the working belts also, with a slight modification in the ends per decimeter. This is done to improve the adhesion property of the belt. We also did the theoretical weight saving calculation of our cord, and we noticed the total weight saving of 2.225 kg per tire. Further to the evaluation, we also have to freeze our tire application part. For that, we have chosen normal load sector and the heavy load sector. In this image, you can see the normal load tires and the heavy load tires.
After freezing the component and our application part, we did a process walkthrough. It basically has 6 steps. We started with prototype making of normal load tire. We took it to the inspection and also testing, which is balancing and uniformity. We also did the belt endurance and wheel endurance tests, also the plunger energy. After evaluating the result, we noticed that all the results are at par with our regular tire. Coming to the main part, that is the value engineering part, will be explained by Mr. Bharat.
Thank you, Rakesh. So, I'll explain by Mr. Rakesh. We made the actual tire, that is the new tire, which we made in our project. We noticed that the new tire is having a weight of 58.21 kgs, whereas the regular weight comes with a weight of 60.46 kgs. That is, we made it for the normal load tire, and it gives a total saving of 2.225 kgs, which accounts for 3.7% weight reduction. So, based on the confidence that we got from the indoor results, we made the tires for the field evaluation. That is, we categorized into 2 phases. That is the phase 1 and the phase 2. In the phase 1A, we made around 40 numbers of tires for the normal load, and we put it on the field for the evaluation. And based on the confidence that there is no structural failures, that is, we took almost 6 months exposure of the tires, and there was no structural failures noticed. And we proceed to the phase 1B, where 1,000 tires of normal load tires were made. And again, we observed closely in the phase 1A and the phase 1B, that is for 1 year exposure. And again, there was no structural failures noticed, and the tires were performing well. Based on that confidence, we moved to the phase 2, where 600 tires of heavy load tires were made in this segment, and 750 tires of tubeless also we made it. And the tubeless is having a very good market share in the Indian market. So the step 4 is the customer satisfaction. Our project not only gives the value engineering in the weight part, it also has the internal customer satisfaction, and it also gives value to the customer. That is, since the diameter of the cord is less, it accommodates more number of length per spool, which gives an 71% increase in the length, and also it gives a 20% increase in the productivity, and it reduces the setup stage and also the operator fatigue. When it comes to the value to the customer, the weight of the tire is low. It gives a low rolling resistance, which in turn gives a lesser fuel consumption and low emission, and which accounts for the low natural resource consumption, which totally accounts for the go green concept. So the step 6 is the business profitability, that is impact of the project on the business and the benefits. Yes, we did some of the investment in this project. As explained by Mr. Rakesh, we have changed the EPDM of the bed. For that, we did invested for the crude roll and the reed bed, which accounts for 2.9 lakhs investment. And the tangible benefit, as we explained, that it is having a 2.225 kgs of weight reduction in the which gives a total cost saving of 211 rupees per tire. At present, we are making normal load tires of 10 kg, that is 350 numbers, which totally gives an annual cost saving of 2.62 crores per year. The journey never ends. Since we have a wide range of products, we have the implementation part. For the implementation part, we have started implementation. That is, the phase 1 we are going to implement in the normal load. That will going to happen in the September 2007, and the phase 2 we are going to implement in the heavy load. Since it is the market is bit critical, we are observing for the 8 months exposure of the tire. And that implementation will be done in the December 2017, and the 2+ part will be done in again parallelly in the December 2017. When it comes to the success of our project, it is basically through we have followed the structural evaluation. We also followed the product industrialization step of our adaptability, which means that we made a test for the large scale evaluation, semi-commercial, and then to the commercial. And we at every stage we captured the voice of the customer to the quality function deployment. When it comes to learnings of the IML program applied in the project, that is the first key learning is the business profitability. We adopted through the value engineering and maximizing the profitability. And the second one is the value to the customer, enhance the productivity, and also enhance the product performance by capturing the voice of the customer. And the third one is the leadership. This is basically how to form the team and motivate the team to achieve the target, and how to lead the team is also important. When it comes to research and utilization, as we explained that the validation part and the required for the testing part is done our facility and in the tech center, which amounts for a good people networking. I would like to conclude my project with a beautiful saying: that science is about knowing and engineering is about doing. Thank you.
I now invite the winning team of JKO presentation, Team KKP from JKO, Mr. Abhishek Gala and Mr. Pradeep.
Good evening, all of you. Myself, Pradeep Singh, along with my colleague, Mr. Abhishek Gala, welcome all of you in the breakthrough project presentation. Before going into the details of the project, first of all, I will thanks to the management for sending me to the IIM Lucknow and to attend the emerging leadership program. Basically, this emerging leadership program and the breakthrough project is a part of the IDP, in which 6 competencies were selected in the 3 phases. Out of the bunch of learning at IIM Lucknow, there are the 4 points which I have learned there, and the main focus is given on that. This breakthrough project is a part of the DLP, and since the energy is the 31% of the total conversion cost, so we have chosen the energy to take the project in the field. As a result of that, we have decided to reduce the heat losses. This project was completed by myself and my colleague Mr. Abhishek Gala. This project was approved by our GM Engineering and Vice President Work. This was completed within the 3 months of time. At an investment of 2.5 lakhs, the estimated benefits are 2.19 lakhs per annum. Now this slide actually explains how I have reached to this project. By working on the company is the project and the utilities. Since the utility is the area where the energy generation and the distribution takes place, in our company there are so many equipment where the temperature control units are installed, and these ECUs are basically working on the 2 kinds of principles. One is the heating and cooling mode, and another is the heating mode. So where the heating mode ECUs are installed, the more heat input is there. Since because of being the more heat input, there is a potential of saving due to the high temperature differences. So overall calendar diagram is an ECU where the only heating mode ECU is installed. Since the heat losses are more, so potential of saving is there, and to know how much potential saving is there, we need to study the system. So this is the slide which basically explains the schematic diagram of the 4-layer ECU diagram, where the one open tank is there and pump is pumping water from this tank to the hose, and from this hose water is again coming back to the tank. When we start the heaters, slowly the temperature of water starts increasing, and when it comes to the 90 degrees centigrade, which is the set point, the starts evaporating. As the water starts evaporating, makeup is required. Since this ECU is basically running in a 2 shifts, so we need to start and stop this ECU every day. Whatever the water inside this blue line is there, it gets drained into the tank, and from the overflow line it goes to the cooling tower, and when it heat, it is the heat input of the cooling tower. So this is all about the working of this ECU. Now let us find out what are the losses in the system. Basically, the evaporation loss, which I have already explained, line drain during the shutdown, and the tank volume and the surface area is very high, so the losses to the surface area and the water to be heated is very low. When we combine all these losses, the total potential is 96 kW per day, and the water
saving potential is 1.22 kL per day. When we measure the total power consumption of this tissue, it comes to the 844 kL, 841 kilowatt per day. From this study, idea comes to our mind that if we convert this open tank tissue to the closed loop, then the saving materializes. Based on this, we have planned each and every activity, roadmap has been made, and we have started the execution. Now the next slide will be explained by my colleague Mr. Abhishek, which shows what exactly we have done. Over to you.
After a lot of discussion and brainstorming session, it has been decided that these open tank tissues can be converted into closed loop tissue at 4 of cylinder. This is the schematic of this project where we can clearly see that all the heating zone, all the rows of dry unit are directly connected to the pump and then to the heating chamber. Means a perfect closed loop system. Here we have eliminated the hot water tank. To optimize the power, we have provided the staggered heater switching. Means once the set point is reached, all the heater will get off. And to maintain the running heat requirement of the equipment, only a partial set of heater will made on off. So these are the overall benefits after implementation of this project. Our evaporation losses has been eliminated, heating time has been reduced by 1 hour, no land drain during the shut. We have reduced our surface heat loss and ultimately reduced the volume of water which earlier was being heated to the heaters. We have reduced our power consumption from 844 kWh per day to 742 kWh per day, means a saving of 102 kWh per day. Last but not least, we have saved in water of 430 kL per annum of water. This is the pictorial representation of this project where we can clearly see that these hot water tank has been eliminated and heating zone are directly connected to the pump and then to the system, means a perfect closed loop. This is the cost benefit analysis of this project where we can see that we have saved 2.32 lakhs per annum against an investment of 2.5 lakhs and payback is hardly 14 months. If we talk about qualitative benefits, any business will run on two aspects, either profitability and sustainability. As Kanpur plant is situated in Rajasthan where water is in huge scarcity. And I am proud to say that our plant has a world benchmark in water consumption. That is 1.5 liter per kg of water. And these type of projects will further set to new benchmark and our plant result that is water positive. As everybody knows that one unit consumes is 2 units generated. So we have saved 110 kWh per day, means 240 kWh per day gas generation at generation point. Next slide will be again explained by please.
Thank you, Abhishek. You explained really very well. Though we have taken only one project as a breakthrough project, but the positive results of that project and the success didn't allow us to stop there only. So in this improvement journey, we have taken some more projects. This slide actually explains where we have eliminated one 15 kilowatt of air blower, which was actually installed for the water blow at the dual extruder. Now the process has been accumulated from water blow to the water collection and pumping back in the system. So by implementing of this project, we have saved 4.5 lakhs per annum at an investment of 25,000 rupees only. This is one more project in which we have reduced the cycle time of the hauling machine. Basically, the three processes of this hauling machine has been automated, and this hauling machine has become the bottleneck. So one project we have done in which we have upgraded the pneumatic system of this hauling machine. From the implementing of that, we have reduced the cycle time from 80 seconds to 55 seconds, which has resulted in the improvement of the productivity by 20% and the saving of 1.6 lakhs per annum by the investment of 15,000 rupees only. This is one more project in which we have made an alternative bead cutting arrangement. Actually, whatever the tires are made in the market has been coming back to the plant for the further analysis and cutting the section. So, to cut this section, basically we were using the conventional cutting machine, in which the small tires are being cut up to the LCV only. For the bigger tires, we were using our R&D center, but after shifting of R&D center to the Mysuru, we have started facing this problem. So what we have done, we have used an iron cutting machine, a simple cutting machine, and made an arrangement with the safety provisions and the proper exhaust and given to the operators. This machine is so much operator friendly and safe that the conventional machine has been eliminated from the use. Now this machine is being used only. When we can improve more, Why not to enjoy the success by taking more responsibility? With this thought, we have taken one more challenge to improve the flash steam absorption in the boiler reactor. We are targeting to improve the feed water temperature by 2 degrees centigrade and expected to be completed in May 2017. The expected saving is 4.7 lakhs per annum and at an investment of hardly 1 lakh rupees. If I combine all these projects together, the investment is 4.2 lakhs and the estimated savings are 30.12 lakhs per annum. And payback is hardly 4 months. The quantitative benefits are water saving of 430 kL per annum, safety improvement and operator, and the productivity improvement. Before ending up this presentation, I would like to say one thing, that this is not the ending. This is the starting of the improvement journey. We will make this continue and we will start improving it continuously. Thank you.
Enjoy success by taking more responsibility. Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you, team. I now request the Bharat ji to felicitate our winners of Best Round Presentation 2016. First up is second runner-up team, JKFC Sironi. Mr. P.K. Bhavra. Mr. Pankaj Mathur.
उधर लेके जाओ रूम से नहीं
Mr. Sanjay Sharma and Mr. Bharat Rathi. I request Mr. Gopi to please run for the team trophy. I now invite first runner-up team, Team JKPF from JK Paper. Mr. P. Mr. Sunil Jagdish from Mr. Arun Patnaik. Mr. S. Tatra. I now request Mr. A. Mehta to please join for the team trophy. Now for the winning trophy, Team Hajar from JKFC. Mr. Vivek Kumar Rao. Mr. Yashwant Kumar Patel. Mr. Ravi Kumar Suresh. So, these are again requested to please take note. We will now felicitate the winners of Best Breakthrough Projects 2016. Second runner-up team is Team CTP from JKO Udaan. Mr. Satish Babu. Mr. Raghavan. Mr. Raghunath. I request Mr. Bajoria to please join us for the team talk. We now invite the first runner-up team, Team BTP from JKO Udaan. Mr. Bharat. Mr. Rakesh. And the team trophy. I now invite the Best Breakthrough Project, the winning team, Team KTP from JKO Udaan.
Of course.
Thank you, senior executives and the teams for their efforts. I now request our honorable judges, Mr. Prashant Kumar Mukherjee and Mr. Manmohan from the panel of our judges to share their experience of Udaan competition and breakthrough projects.
Good evening, everybody. Respected chairman of JKO Organization and other respected members of the senior committee, all the senior and young members of the JKO Organization in front of me, yesterday was one of the very memorable days in my life I have spent with a very, very young and energetic group of people from across the JK group. And for that, I must thank JK organization for giving me this opportunity to spend such a nice day. Although at this age, I do not know why I will employ this experience, but this experience was very, very delightful to my mind. Congrats all the teams who have won, not only in the sustainability side, but also in the breakthrough projects. And more importantly, congrats to all the teams who have participated with tremendous passion. I just want to say that on behalf of our panel judges, that first, second, third, whoever has come in our sustainability side, that doesn't mean those projects have been approved by us. It is based on conceptuality, how it has been presented, how clear is the thoughts, then what sort of research people have done. Based on that, the ranking has been done. It is not a capital expenditure approval or project approval or idea approval. That is independent senior management of the units and the board of the companies, they will decide. And it may happen that your project is not getting approved, but the people who have not got the prize, their ideas may be. So please be clear about that. The ideas, when we have looked at the ideas, what sort of out of the box ideas. And I must mention that one of the ideas we liked it, although ultimately in the score it didn't get the first three. One idea we got to create a sports academy sort of thing, for the sustainability vision. They had that. That was, to me and to my fellow judges also, it was very unique. So we have looked at uniqueness, and we have also looked at the what kind of research work has been done, how it has been presented, conceptual clarity and all. So those are the things we have looked at. Yes, and so I find that DNA of the JK organization is the reason why JK organization remaining sustainable for over 100 years. Sustainability is a very new term nowadays in technology. No, I think sustainability is exam. If such organizations have passed through, by remaining in the business for more than 100 years, that is sustainability stage. Yes, we need to see that we need not be complacent and we have to carry it forward. So that next 100 years or next 200 years, the earth remains and we remain. And we remain ahead of the queue. Because it is the ultimately survival for the fittest. So we have to go to the gym every day, don't make it physique like me. Okay, so we have to be trimmed. Another thing which I like is the team and people who are in front of us. It's a Sachin Tendulkar's man Helunga approach. Sachin Tendulkar in his first, I am taking a little time, in his first series when he went to Pakistan at the age of 16 or 17, he was hit by one bouncer and his nose started bleeding. And India was in a precarious situation. On the other side of the sea was Ramdev Singh Sidhu. And Sidhu advised him that you take a rest, take retirement, go back, get yourself prepared, and then come back afterwards. But he told at that time, no, back to. And he scored 50 or 60 runs in that innings, and the match was saved. So that match approach has to be there. Then only one can become Sachin Tendulkar and remain ahead of the car. And while I am telling you, I am getting goosebumps. So this sort of approach has to be there, and that is the DNA. I have seen tremendous amount of JK organization DNA amongst all of you. Please maintain it and please ensure that all of your colleagues who are not inside this room, outside, in the units, the same culture is spread across the JKO organization. Then only we will be able to remain ahead of the curve. Many people have talked about branding. I have said yesterday and again I am saying it today also, that you have got 40,000 plus employees. So each employee has got 4 or 5 at least an average in their family. So you have got a 2 lakh member. This should be a huge brand ambassador for the JKO organization. How all of us should be able to tell by putting our hand on our chest that yes, my organization, JKO organizations, 8, 9, 10 brands, whatever we have, each of my family members is aware. First, we should know that. Then we talk about branding through advertisements and other things in the media. So, these 2 lakh people, I am just assuming 440,000 multiplied by 5, these 200,000 people should be the strongest brand ambassador. And anybody talks in the public life against JKO, these 200,000 people should jump. That was in my career, I had done that. And that sort of behavior one should have. One thing which I had yesterday told and I have noticed and I have mentioned also. I am sure such a board organization is having a huge safety culture. Otherwise, the organization cannot remain sustainable. But in our yesterday's presentations, nobody talked about in the sustainability models about safety. So, in case it has slipped your mind, please ensure that it doesn't slip your mind. Then safety also will slip. Safety is a continuous journey. It costs a lot of passion. It costs a lot of focus. But safety has got a huge cost. So, my observation, you can say, or my advice, whatever you say, please look at safety very, very passionately. Safety is at the top, and you are all manufacturing organization. You are not in a AC room doing some back-end job of USA or something like that. So in your case, safety is, I am sure, should take topmost priority. I am sure it is taking priority. I do not advise it, but I have seen yesterday nobody has mentioned about it. All of your presentations are having a lot of ideas. I'm sure senior management will make an inventory out of it, or library, whatever you can say. And it will be having new deliberations. But please do not end of your project this thing, whatever ideas you have. Please continue to do benchmarking of your ideas. And if you can add, please do that. And another thing is that more and more risk management approach you take for each and every ideas. Then what are the various risks it can have, and how you mitigate that. So all ideas should have a risk profile as elaborate as possible and in mitigating measures. I think I have taken a lot of time. Savings and benefits in my organizations I have seen, while projects are done, savings benefits are shown like this. Please link it to the profit and loss account. Direct linkage. If you say I am saving 1 lakh rupees, I want the senior management here to show that my budgeted profit was so much X. So at the end of the year I am counting X plus 1 lakh. And this will be reflected in my profit and loss account. Otherwise it remains only here. And when somebody is asked to monitor that, all sorts of excuses come why it could not happen. So this is my experience I am saying, but please be careful. And many of the ideas you people have given, it may require patenting. So please keep an eye on that, so that others do not copy paste. That is how we have to remain ahead of the curve. I looked at your breakthrough projects presentations today. To me, it was very, very good presentations. I have not seen those yesterday. I was in a different room. And although lakhs, rupee and a paisa basis, the figures amounts to be very small. But I find that there is hardly any capex, and these are all process improvements and very challenging process improvements you have taken. Please don't look at only the numbers in the ideas. It is also the investment should be almost zero, and the gain should be there maximum. I think that you must keep in mind for the breakthrough projects, and I find fantastic breakthrough projects you people are presenting. I am sure this is only 3, and another 12, 15, whatever it is there. I'm sure fantastic projects are there. I wish all the best for you. I wish for the JKO organization the best, and thank you for again giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Most of the participants are aware. Mr. P.K. Mukherjee, my ex-colleague, was CEO of CESA Sterling and CESA Goa, and then very accomplished finance professional, and then became CEO. And Mr. Mohan, and he is a consultant, not necessarily a strategy consultant. He is an alumni of AOTS Japan, and he is also heading the AOTS New Delhi chapter. And
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Respected Singhania ji, Draupadi Singhania ji, Rita Singhania ji, Singhania ji, and to all of you. First of all, thanks Almighty God gave me this opportunity to be amongst all of you. I never wanted to be judgmental in my career. But God has been so kind. I'm asking myself, the last 1 year, so this is my 6th role as a judge. So I'm asking, I was never wanting to be judgmental, but I am being the panel of judge now for many sessions. But mind you, yesterday when you were sitting, the role of a judge, it was a difficult job, honestly. 80 to 90% scoring has been done. Can you imagine that? The difference of the top 3 or top 5 were there, which were ranging between 80% to 90%. So the teams who have not come into top 3 won't feel that, oh my God, you're the loser. You're not the loser, right? It's just a matter of few percentages. So probably you have to push yourself a little more than what you have done so far. Okay? Few things which I've learned. One is, of course, AOTS Japan has been my teacher for many years, for the last 32 years. And another school from where I learned a lot of things was Dr. Udaan. I'm a student of Udaan Institute of Technology. I'll share only 2 things which I learned, which probably would add value to most of you. One of the sessions, I was in 1990s, there was the International Convention on Quality Control Circles in Tokyo. Dr. Udaan was the chief guest. I went to him and I said, sir, I've been your student. Who will be the most successful facilitator? But I passed out his facilitation of JKO. He gave me three lessons, which I thought, let me share it with you. He said, Manmohan, the first job of a facilitator is challenging every assumption. Challenging every assumption. If anyone coming to you, sir, it is not possible, you as a facilitator says, what are you talking? What are you talking? It has a lot of sense. I remember I did my intermediate VNSD College, Kanpur in 1965. We used to go on a bicycle and cross JK Udaan. And the cricket match used to go to Green Park. And we used to only go and sit and see the bowling of Bapunath Karni and Salim Durrani, because a lot of many overs will be played. And those days, Tony Gregg used to be there, Paulie Umbriger.
And they will play a whole day and the score will be 150, 140. Believe me, Dr. Duran's philosophy of challenging every assumption would not have been there. We have not been scoring 250 runs in 20 overs. In 40 overs, we are talking about 500 runs. So that is the challenging every assumption. If the challenging every assumption was not true, imagine 100-meter race happening 50 years ago, 40 years ago, and happening now. So that is a beautiful learning, challenging every assumption. The second, he said the successful facilitator is the one who never leaves his footprints behind. He said, I don't understand what he thought. He says, think about you are walking on a sea beach. Never tell your student, never tell your team member, follow my footsteps. Because if you will tell him to follow your footsteps, this guy will go mad because he will not be able to find the footstep. Because by the time you leave and you go to the next step, your step is only bounded with the water. And moreover, that fellow will be only depending on you. He will never become independent. Ooh, that's super. And mind you, as a manager, I believe so that most of us, most of our team members fail because they depend on us so much. Or maybe we as a manager, we make them dependable on us. I normally say in Hindi is okay? मेरे को अपने बेटे को पप्पू से भैया से बाबू बनाना पड़ेगा वो बाबू बनेगा तो मैं बड़ा बाबू बनूंगा और अगर मैंने उसको जिंदगी भर पप्पू और भैया बना के रखा मैं बाबू भी रहूंगा मैं बड़ा बाबू नहीं बनूंगा. The third learning, he said a successful facilitator is the one who influence the speaker to think various options for him to take a decision. Mind you, such a beautiful thing. Inspires and influence the speaker to think various options for him to take a decision. Means never start taking decisions for your subordinates. Otherwise, what will he say? Sir, आपने बोला था? Sir, आपने पूछ के किया था? This fellow will never take a responsibility. What we say is normally, let everybody have an aim. Because the people who do not aim, they only blame. So these are three learnings which I got it from Dr. Udaan, so I thought let me share it with you. My learning is facilitator. Many companies we go, I only share this. You know how to wear the shoe. Shoe is yours, foot is yours. So what the facilitator has to do? The facilitator's role is only like a shoe horn. You know, you normally use your finger to fix up the shoe on your foot. The facilitator comes with the shoe horn. It will be your foot, it will be your shoe. Right? He will tell you not to use the finger. Use a shoe horn, right? It can make your job easy, it can make your productivity better. I had submitted this yesterday, I'm submitting again. The teams which came yesterday, they need to be supported, strengthened on the QC tools. From AOTS Japan, if you want, your organization wants, corporation wants any support, please let us know. We are recommending almost 40 to 50 people every year from northern India. Across the country, we are sending about 200 people every year. Now we have got, in 43 countries, we have got 73 alumni associations. So we are recommending people to go to Japan for having training. Such a 40,000 people, my friend was saying, right? Such a huge corporation you have got. Lovely people around. Why not? Why not? You see, I can explain the whole thing little later, not now. But I'm offering you this as a OTS president. My submission would be that all those projects which have been there, they must be converted into language of money. It's a high time. I was sharing with Bharat Hari Singhania ji, कि जब तक हर आदमी कंपनी में ये ना कहना शुरू कर दे कि यार तूने मेरा नुकसान कर दिया, नॉट कंपनी का नुकसान हो गया, नॉट कंपनीज लॉस, इट इज माय लॉस. The day that thing happens, believe me, you are going to create success stories only. And my only submission is, my dear friends, try to create success story by design, not by chance. Success story sometimes not created by chance, by luck. Very good. We are all God-fearing people. Indians are God-fearing people. But mind you, we have to perform by design. We have to create a success story by design. This is my only submission. Cost of poor quality is the key. Every organization, every department must have a cost of poor quality calculation, and I'm very sure it will be mind-boggling figure. 15 to 20% of the turnover amounts to the cost of poor quality, and that's your money. That's your money. Instead of going to the bank, go back to where? Shop floor. I don't say the shop floor. I say karkhana. Many of my young friends don't like this word. I started working in 1968. My father used to tell me, "Karkhane mein ja rahe ho?" Anji. Today, if I tell somebody karkhana, he or she will not like me. I don't care. You know what is the meaning of karkhana? The place from where you get your car and a khana? Yes or no? How can you have a hatred for a place where your car and khana is coming? My dear friends, the money is manufactured in that car khana. Factory, it is called factory, where the facts are getting manufactured. Right? So start loving your workplace, start loving your job, be passionate about it. If you love your machine, if you love your job, the job will love you, and you will be the most happiest people. Thank you very much.
I now request the Bharat Singhania ji to kindly address our guests and participants.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. UDAAN and Best Breakthrough Project is a strong effort towards change of betterment through grooming and nurturing young talents. Rightly quoted by Martin Luther King, if I can't do great things, I can do small things in great ways. I'm happy to be here with you for felicitation of the winners of UDAAN Competition 2016 and Best Breakthrough Project 2016. The theme of UDAAN Competition 2016 is right positioning JKO ahead of curve through sustainable and inclusive growth. I'm pleased to note that the theme has been chosen after thoughtful deliberation and various insights received from not only the business heads and HR heads, but also from many young professionals across our organization, depending on type of organizational changes which our leadership pipeline would like to implement across the organization. Sustainability, for me, is set of 3 P's: people, profit, and planet. A process by which firms manage their financial, social, and environmental risks, obligations, and opportunities. With a rapid technological development, a growing knowledge workforce, and a shifting accepted work practices, change is becoming an ever-present feature of organization life. Looking into future and mindset required for workplace 2020, I appreciate all such initiatives at JKO, which is stating the need for change and us. Change can be planned and introduced by managers. It is important to recognize that employees may perceive themselves to be working within a constrained, shifting environment. This does not mean that it is not possible to introduce a program of change, but it does indicate that it is important to be aware of what other changes are also occurring and acknowledge the risk that any individual set of changes may be overwhelmed by a combination of other changes taking place. Business must also be alert to the changing environment and adopt their workforce planning and development strategies to ensure alignment with future skill requirements. A workforce strategy for scaling business goals would be one of the most critical outcomes for all of us, and it should involve collaborating with universities to address lifelong learning and the skill requirements of today's competitive era. This makes us feel alive. Life without risk is life stuck in rut. If you feel like your job or life is getting boring and monotonous, then you are not taking enough risk. The fact is, we are built to take risks. When it comes to innovation, I believe an ounce of execution is worth more than a ton of theory. Hence, I humbly request not only the award-winning teams, but all others who have made their presentations yesterday, kindly revisit and reorient your ideas towards execution and not just deliberation, various ideas intellectually. I request all business heads and HR heads to ensure that all the presentations in their respective businesses units are duly deliberated and delivered to us are taken up for implementation immediately thereafter. Success and failure are two faces of the same coin. But for me today, all the participants present here are winners. As aptly quoted by Ron Sharma, you can't win, you don't try. I congratulate all participants for their sincere effort and initiative, whether shortlisted for award or not. I believe an idea can change our life and make a greater impact at the national level. We need to spread out such ideas like a fragrance in the air across businesses so that a conducive environment is created and all such ideas can definitely take shape and give favorable results. I thank all judges who have given their valuable time to participate in selecting the winners for conferring Udaan and Best Virtual Practice. My particular thanks to Mr. Mukherjee and Ms. Manmohan who are present with us now, and for some very valuable advice they have given. And Mr. Mukherjee saying, "My Kedunga, thanks very much." And Ms. Manmohan has said the word which we have been trying to preach all across is to get committed to the language of money. I think this is at the bottom of success of the long run, and with that success, sustainability will come along. We also thank our HR team members for making Udaan and Best Breakthrough projects and other people-related initiatives as a way of life, and more particularly addressing the need of the hour, so that we can continue to be competitive and enhance our stakeholders. Thank you, and best wishes for speedy implementation of your innovative ideas and active and effective routine of management. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. I now invite Mr. Tapune to kindly give the vote of thanks.
Good evening to all.
I take this opportunity to express our deep-seated gratitude to the respected chairman, DICs, whole-time directors, presidents, and my colleagues for devoting precious time and making the event highly successful. Special thanks to all the team members of this prestigious JKO Udaan competition and best to Rajesh for their wholehearted participation. The competition is not just a platform for new ideas, but more importantly, a testimony of our people-centric culture, which in today's context is one of the key differentiators of business success. The continued commitment of senior executives and employees of JKO to the competition since 2010 has been one of the best examples of several sustainable best HR practices that we have in the JKO organization. I'm sure that business have benefited in several ways with fresh ideas and thoughts of our new age young executives. This platform also provides insight into the psyche of young minds in terms of future directions and the areas of focus for sustainable business growth. It has contributed in breaking silo, working in many ways, paving the way for integrated approach to working. Thanks also to the corporate HR team for providing motivating platform to many young minds for showcasing their talents, skill sets, and thought processes, and be recognized for the same. With these words, I thank you all. I thank you, sir, and see you soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Saparata. To reiterate, thank you everyone for being here. We would now request all of you to please join us for the ID. The winning teams and participants of round 2016 and Breakthrough Project 2016 are requested to please stay back for the photograph session. Also, the winners are requested to collect the boxes for their beautiful trophies. Kindly also submit all your presentations with the corporate HR. Thank you so much, everyone.
उधर डाइवर्ट कर रहे हैं उधर कर स्टॉप करना है क्या
For the participants, please come clear the eyes for the photograph session. Please for the photograph.
फोटोग्राफ पूरा कवर होना आराम से लेकिन हिलना नहीं चाहिए पावर Good job. Thank you, sir. Thank you. अच्छा और जब मेरे को जाना था हाइट थोड़ी बढ़ानी पड़ेगी चलो कोई नहीं अगर तो स्टॉप कर देना क्या उधर जाओ
मेरा आइडिया ना
किसका हमने तो आपकी दो मान रखे सब कुछ आप ना करते तब करते ही नहीं। अरे क्या बात कर रहे हो आप कहते हैं हम करते मना करते
आप बोलते तो तुम्हें मना कर ही देते
आपकी करते ना चाहिए ऐसा
नहीं
क्या हो रहा है चुप
इंदु मैम
ये जो भी दिखा ना स्टॉप हाँ स्टॉप कर देना